Hey guys! Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another episode of Age of Engineering! And I am actually calling this an episode today because we are going to make some progress. As you can probably tell, I have been very busy moving stuff over from the other base. I installed a matter receiver here so I can easily teleport home from wherever I am. I put some of the Ender IO machines up here. The Neotech machines are here. A forestry thing. The thermionic fabricator, although I don't even know if we need that anymore. Yeah. I have the resonator over here. And then over here, I have my calculator set up. This took a hot minute to figure out how to do this. But I think it's working perfectly now, I hope. So let me just show you what we got here. We have the stone separator and the algorithm separator. And then I have ME interfaces above them. They don't have any patterns in them yet, but they'll be here to create like the enriched gold and the reinforced iron and the redstone ingots. And then of course the precision chamber. Let me hold on to the Yeta wrench so you guys can see the inner workings here. That's getting cobblestone from the cobblestone generator, and it's processing it, and the extra stone dust is all going down here into this basic drawer, which has a void upgrade on it. So once it gets full, that's it. Okay, then we have the processing chamber here. And this is, of course, what processes the damaged circuits into usable circuits. And then, of course, we have the analyzing chamber, which analyzes the circuits and gives us the extra stuff. The analyzed circuits go over here, which I'll show you in a second, but the extra stuff all goes up here into this storage crate. And I have... I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I actually have Ender IO conduits hooked up to the back of that going into there with the face set on red so that only the extra stuff goes in there. So for circuit storage, what I've done is I have this Ender IO conduit leading into a drawer controller, which is exactly what we had before. And this sorts all of the circuits into their specified drawers, and each of these drawers has a emerald upgrade, and they're all locked. So this will allow a certain amount of circuits to be stored in this particular area at any given time. I also have a storage bus, which you can't see again, but let's go outside. I can show you this from the back. Okay, so the storage bus, or the drawer controller, has a storage bus attached to the back, which is then run into this dense cable, so that the storage system can access however many circuits are in here at any given time. And I'll show you, where is it? Okay. Circuit. So yeah, you can see that the system can access the circuits so that it can make whatever circuits and things it needs to in the basement. Whoops, I'm not going to teleport with my Yeta wrench. However, this is going to fill up really quickly. I mean, I just set this up like less than half an hour ago, and you can see it's already getting there. There's already plenty of circuits in here. So where are the extra circuits going? Or where will they be going once that's filled up? And the answer to that is down here to deep storage. I have... Ooh. Can't get up there. Okay. It's fine. I have the priority on these set to -5, and I have the priority on the storage drawer set to like, I don't know, like 20 or something. So it makes sure that all of the circuits go into the storage drawers first. And then once that's full, they'll come down here into these basic bins from Mechanism. This took a lot of rubber. The basic bins aren't hard to make, but whew, they're a little bit of a pain in the patoot. Basic bin. Yeah, it's just cobblestone, redstone, and an electronic circuit, which of course is all this. Easy, easy, easy. The good thing about these is that they retain their inventory when you break them, and also they will store up to like 4,000 items, I believe. So that works well for us. Unlike the storage drawers, which go by bin, unlike the storage drawers, which go by stack, the bins go by individual item, which is great. Just gotta fix up this hole in the floor here. It'll drive me nuts if I don't. There we go. Perfect. All right. So what else have I been doing? I moved the smeltery over here, and I've just made a little place to hang up my tools with drying racks. No big deal. I moved this over. This is not the permanent spot for this. I'm not sure where this is going to go yet, but it's not going to be there. I moved the Empower and the display stands over, but I don't have them hooked up yet. Right now they're just kind of sitting there until I figure out how to automate them. This is our ore processing center right here. All of the ores are coming in through this ender chest, and they're all going in here to be processed now. I set up a crusher from Actually Additions, and this actually takes care of the draconium, which before we were just gathering up tons and tons and tons of draconium ore. The stuff that we can't process or we have no use for is just going right here into the drawers. Now, I moved this guy over here. Ugh, can't. I've been working with some radioactive stuff, so I can't. There we go. I can't jump because I have my hazmat suit on. But anyway, so this is where we're getting our ores from. We have this guy running. The brown lens is so that I can get more bauxite because we're in desperate need of that. And then I just have a power cell, to power it, and a couple of a chest right here that gathers everything that comes out of it, and then it goes into two different chests. This one does peridot and benitoite, and then in front it does all of these. This is all the stuff that we can't process or we don't need to process or we need a special process for, like the bauxite. I don't want it processed, I just want it ground up. And then this one does everything else. So that's cool. Yay. I have been busy. I have been doing stuff. Oh, I also put in this ME crafting terminal up here, so if I'm up here doing stuff, I don't have to run downstairs to craft things. Of course, I have my wireless crafting terminal, but, you know, whatever. And of course, my new pride and joy, the ME system. Whew, this took a lot of time. This took a lot of time in figuring things out and crafting things. But it's really, really good now. I've got the crafting terminal and the pattern terminal. This is the security terminal that allows me to use the wireless crafting terminal. Just a regular trash can here. These are all ME controllers, which is going to give us a lot more channels if we need them. Everything is hooked up with these dense cables. And you can see we're using 5 out of 32 on this side. This side we're using 0. This side we're using 4 out of 32. It's pretty cool. We have the crystal growth accelerator set up. And then back here, I have my first crafting flower. What this is, let me find an empty one. There's a molecular assembler in the middle, and then I've surrounded it with ME interfaces. And all of these ME interfaces are going to have patterns in them. Right now, this is just the stuff to make this system. Plus a Klein bottle, because those are a pain in the ass to make by hand. And I have to use them for the ender chest, which I was doing a lot. So I thought putting a pattern in there would be a good thing. Also the bottles, because we need those for the Klein flasks. And of course the capacitors, because those are also a pain in the butt to make by hand. I set up more drawers. Obviously, there's a ton more drawers now. And I also made a quantify or quantity key, which shows me exactly how many of everything I have in each drawer without even having to look in the system, which is great. And this is pretty much set up exactly the same way it was before, only I have everything hidden behind the wall. Oh, and also, instead of having an ME interface on each carpenter, I just have the ME interface facing down into this barrel. So, or this storage crate, not barrel. So when this gets the signal to make one of these, it just puts the stuff into here, and then that goes into the appropriate carpenter. The other way was cool, but it wasted a lot of ME interfaces when we could just use one. It's the same for this as well. So I just have the ME interface with the patterns for these, and it just puts it into this crate and goes along to the printer things. Pretty cool. I also have a sag mill. It's just got flux dust in it right now, but I'm sure we will find other things we need to grind down in the future. And then, of course, an alloy smelter with all of the alloys, plus manulin and graphite. Because today, we're not doing so great on power. We're doing okay. I mean, we're doing all right, but I would really like to start building a reactor. Or at least getting the pieces in place to build a reactor so that we don't run out of power. Not running out of power is completely my goal. Let's see, what are you making? Look like nickel. Very cool. I like that system. I just think it's very elegant in its simplicity. Alright, so the kind of reactor we're going to make is an extreme reactor, obviously. So I already have the recipe for the graphite bars. Now I need to make a recipe for the reactor casing cores. Dark iron bars, a pattern for that, and then we already have Velorium and electrical steel, but perhaps not on us. I forgot. You can't do it without actually having the pattern. Or without actually having the stuff. I've been playing with Foolcraft too much. Alright. So while that's cooking up, let's put this back in here. I'd like to have one that's specifically reserved for the extreme reactor stuff. So we'll put it in there. My storage is doing okay. I might have to do another ME drive. Yeah, which would suck, but you do what you gotta do, right? Reactor. There we go. Perfect. And then we're gonna need one of these as well. So go back around here. Shove that in. And then reactor. We need the casing, which is graphite bars and dark steel. Oops. Gotta remember to do all this in the pattern terminal. Okay, reactor casing. There we go. And that makes 4 of them. Good. And then maybe reactor glass as well. Oh no, you actually need to make the... Fine. I like seeing what's going on in the thing. So, okay, we need a reactor controller. I don't think we'll need... we just need one of those, so I'm not going to put a pattern in for it. But this... Whew, we're going to need a lot of RTG fuel. We do have a pattern for fused quartz. Oh, I forgot. You can't click on it. So that's fine. I forgot that each fuel rod takes 1 pellet of RTG fuel. And I believe I left some... Oh, there's butterflies everywhere in here. I believe I left some dense plates cooking over here. This is the next thing on my agenda, is to move everything from here back over. Okay. We just need 1 for the moment. I have a bunch of used up... Freeze there. I have a bunch of used up fuel rods that I will put through the centrifuge so we can get more plutonium, so we can make more of these RTG things. But for the moment, let's see. Oh, nope, do it down here. Don't forget the @ sign. Extreme. There we go. There. And then the control rod, the flux power tab. This stuff is all stuff that we just have to make once. So I'm not gonna put patterns in for those. There, okay. We are ready to start. I'm not sure how big of a reactor I want to do. I don't want to do it too big to start, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe a 5 by 5, you think? I think that'll probably work. Yeah, maybe. All right, I'm going to start crafting up some of this, and I'll bring you back when I'm finished. See you in a few. Okay, we're back. I was going to start crafting the extreme reactor, but I realized in order to do that, I need to make dark steel, and in order to make dark steel, I need a good supply of silicon, which I do not currently have. So, I moved my EU, just the biogenerators over here for now. I'll probably keep them, I don't know. But this is going to hook into a silicon production system. So the first thing that we're going to need is the grinder. We'll put that right there. And then from the grinder, it goes into the thermal centrifuge. And we may have to, unfortunately, we may have to run this with, I think we will, get the transformer in there quickly. We may have to run this with the Ender IO cables. It'll look messy, but at least it'll do something, right? And then let's put the energy conduit down. and the centrifuge. Okay. So, to make this automatic in the future, I think what I can do is put an ME right on top of this grinder. An ME interface. And then hook it up into the ME system. Which I will do, but not right this second. Because I want to make sure this is going to be running first. Okay, so now this needs power. So let's run it. No explosions, no explosions, no explosions. Okay, so we got power. We got power. Let's put some overclocker upgrades in there. And the ejector upgrade. I don't know if this is going to work or not. But if it does, I would like it to just go right into this. So that's at least one step we don't have to worry about. Alright, so let's do some clay. I don't think there's any way to get this grinder to output automatically. Alright, I'm going to go try and figure this out, and I will be back in a couple minutes. Okay, spotted the problem. It has to be drawn out from the bottom. That's the only thing. So, pretty cool otherwise. And I accidentally knocked down my fuel air mixer. That's not good. Not connected to a valid machine. You lie, sir. You lie. Alright, so our silicon operation is in process. Very exciting. Alright. And unfortunately, I can't cover that, but oh well. It's going to be a little bit ugly over here. So let's head back over here and get that ME interface working. This is a good chance to show off my new auto crafting. It's not the fastest, you know, but it works. Actually, that reminds me. Oh, acceleration card. That's probably what it is. So you just need an advanced card and a pure flux crystal, and to get an advanced card, that's not bad at all. Okay. So nice. And then acceleration. Oh, I guess I actually have to make the advanced card. There we go. Nice. Let's go ahead and put those back here. Not bad. Alright, the ME interface is probably done though, so I'll mess around more with that later. There it is. ME interface. Yay! I keep forgetting I don't have my good armor on. Okay, so if we put in a pattern for this, it would be that one piece of clay equals one piece of silicon, I believe. Ooh, let's grab that. Oh, it's not crafting, it's processing. I'm pretty sure that's how it's gonna go. I mean, we put one clay in here, which turns to one clay dust. 4 clay dusts go into here to make 1 silicon dioxide, which makes 4 silicon. So, yes. At the end of the day. Yes. Okay. That is correct. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I'm actually getting hungry. I accidentally threw away my nutrition module. So I have my new one charging. I guess I better eat something. Bread. Toast. What do I have? Apples. Oh, you know what? I know where I have a ton of apples. Right over here. I haven't eaten in so long in this game. Alright, so when we hook this up into this, there's the Emmy right there. So let's grab some cable. Hopefully I have enough. I've only got 26. That should be enough. Okay, so probably doesn't need to be this kind of cable, but that's all right. And now that should be online, and I should be trapped inside a wall. So now if I go over here and I say, I want to make some, let's make 10 silicon. Available 10 clay to craft 10 silicon. I am going to have to find a better source of clay. I don't know what that's going to be yet. It might be bees. So now that's going. Okay, so the Emmy did put it right in here. That's good. That's good. I was a bit afraid of that. And the last thing that we have to do, and this is also going to be messy, and I don't like it, but that's why it's in the basement. Oh no, what did I do? There we go. Yes, I wanted to throw those on the ground. Thank you. I have to get... Well, actually, I might be able to do it behind the wall. Yes, it's going to take some finessing. But there we go. All right, back up. Oh, too far up. I'm all like, where am I? Where did I end up? Who knows? Okay. And then up, up. And then it is going to have to go into the side, but I can cover that up with a conduit facade. Okay. So that... Ugh. Okay. That should be on insert. And then, if I can get out here, this one here. Oh, come on. Should be extract always active. So I don't see any silicon in here. So hopefully it went into the system. All right. Do I have any facades? No, I'll fix it later. I will. I promise I will. It'll look better. But yeah, so if we check the system now, yep, we have 91 silicon. So that is perfect. That is exactly what was supposed to happen. And we are good. So now we have an automatic silicon system set up. Yay! And that's all. That is seriously all we have time for today. We did get some stuff done, even though we didn't get the reactor started. but that's okay. In between the episodes, I'm going to focus on bringing more stuff over. My next episode will probably just be an update on where I've gotten. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you again next time.